Welcome back, guys, to another vid here on Fog Football. It seems like a while since we've had the international break. I mean, it isn't yet, but it's coming up, guys. And as you can see, HICKEY called up to Scotland squad for Poland friendly. But let's just get through all this pish, right? Ryan Fraser hasn't been called up. Because of the whole situation where he pulled out the squad and trained with Newcastle like back in November or something. So yeah, there's that. But in terms of the actual Scotland squad, we have got Craig Gordon of Hearts, Liam Kelly of Motherwell, and David Marshall, right? David Marshall, the goal I seen him concede the other day for QPR, it really makes me think, why the fuck is this guy even getting picked? Honestly, it's shocking. There's no two ways to explain it. Get somebody else in there. It was great him getting us to the Euros with that penalty shootout, but I think time has run its course there. Defenders, we've got Grant Hanley, who's back for injury, Jack Hendry, HICKEY, McKenna, O'Donnell, Patterson, Robertson, Greg Taylor, Tierney. You may be thinking, why the fuck is there 4 left backs in there? I'm thinking that as well, but I actually want HICKEY. HICKEY's got all this potential, right? And it's the same with all other players. Like Gilmore. I want the players who are young with loads of this potential, loads of money that they could potentially be worth and shit like that. I want them in there. Throw them into the deep end. Because it's better than playing with, you know, seasoned pros or pish, you know. But in terms of defenders, can't complain with that. Very young, some experience. And the ones that are experienced, you know, like your Robertsons and Tierneys are fucking great. Albeit, I mean, O'Donnell and Hanley are experienced, but they're hardly the Rock. But yeah, into the midfielders. Sadly, Stuart Armstrong's been picked. I mean, he did score a pretty good goal like 2 months ago, but I mean, does that warrant getting picked for the squad? This guy, every time he plays for Scotland, he's shite. I'm sorry, that's just the basic facts of it. We've got Lewis Ferguson. I think it's been pretty shite this season. It's just been dive after dive after dive. Billy Gilmore. I mean, I'd say he's struggling at Norwich. I wouldn't say he's struggling. I just think Norwich are shite, and it's going to be very hard for someone, you know, to carry them to anything. But yeah, anytime he puts on a Scotland shirt, he's brilliant. Can't argue that. Ryan Jack has been recalled. The guy has revitalised Rangers since his return, especially in Europe, man. The guy is phenomenal. So yeah, I mean, just look at that midfield. The amount of options in the midfield, albeit we're still dealing with quite a, you know, there's a couple of injuries in there. We've got McGinn, we've got Cal McGregor, McLean and Scott McTominay, who I don't really want near the midfield, if I'm being honest. I think McTominay, I was going to say centre back, but I mean, fuck, if you see Manchester United's results recently, guys, awful. Next up, though, we've got Shea Adams, Ryan Christie, Jacob Brown. I think he might get called up for the last squad, but just didn't play. And then we've got, obviously, Lyndon Dykes. The Lyndon Dykes and Adams experiment working very well, and Ryan Christie, which you can kind of throw in the midfielders category. But in terms of this squad, I think it's no bad. But I do feel like Marshall, I think that boat's get rid of him, man. Apart from Marshall, I feel like that's as good as it's going to get, minus like the few players who are out with injuries and shit. I'd get rid of Marshall, but that's just the big Stevie cool way. But anyway, guys, that is it for the Scotland squad. And until next time, peace.